Now, Sofía Vergara opening up about the latest chapter that just ended.
Manganiello initial, but now he's gone, so my new... How lucky can I be that the guy that I'm going out has the same initial, the new guy?
The 51 years old actor Sofía Vergara spoke up and talked about the reason of breaking up with her husband Joe Manganiello after 7 years relationship during a recent interview with People.
How did you overcome that?
It wasn't bad. I think, I have to say the press was very respectful and very nice. And I thought that they were going to invent more things, how they usually is. And I was surprised. And no, they kind of just said what it was, and that was it. And, I've been moving on.
But what Joe says is that Sofía Vergara's reason for divorce is simply not true. So what is the true story behind their shocking separation? Let's take a deep look into it. But before we dive into the news of their separation, let's take a step back and relive the enchanting beginning of their love story. It all started back in 2014 when the two first met at the star-studded White House Correspondents Dinner.
Actually had a tiny little conversation at the White House Correspondents Dinner last year in May.
Yeah. I actually have a photo of you guys at the White House Correspondents Dinner. I want to start on this side and then slowly pan over to when we finally revealed Joe.
Where Sofía Vergara was still engaged to her then-fiancé, Nick Loeb. That minor detail didn't scare off Joe Manganiello from casting admiring glances her way. Recalling the moment with a laugh, Joe confessed to E! News, "Yeah, I totally got busted. It was hilarious when we finally started dating months later. We had sort of bumped into each other, chatted a bit, but it wasn't until she was single that things got real. I mean, she had a boyfriend at the time, and I could have ended up in a brawl right there at the White House. Not exactly the place to start a fight. This chance encounter laid the groundwork for a whirlwind romance that no one saw coming. After Sofía and Loeb called it quits, Joe wasted no time. He reached out to her Modern Family co-star, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, to get her number.
No, the first date, she was in New Orleans filming a movie with Reese Witherspoon called Hot Pursuit. And I found out she was there through Jesse Tyler Ferguson. And I said, Jesse, I want her number, get me your number. And Jesse did. And I called her up and I said, hey, let's go out. She said, well, I'm here filming and maybe like when I get back. I said, when?
Their first date was shrouded in secrecy, with Sofía feeling hesitant after her recent split. Sofía spent the evening listing every reason it wouldn't work. You're too young, you're an actor, this, that. But it was clear she was just trying to convince herself. Joe later shared with Haute Living, our first date was basically her giving me every reason why it wouldn't work. She was trying to talk herself out of it, but there was no denying our connection. As the months passed away, rumors of their budding romance set the topic for the town. By August 2014, the whispers were impossible to ignore. During an interview with Extra, Sofía finally put the speculation to rest. With a radiant smile, she revealed, I'm just having a fantastic time. It's a special moment in my life, and I'm trying not to overthink it.
I've never had such a fun, peaceful time, and we're super excited of the future and making all the plans.
Her excitement was visible, and she even shared that her family was thrilled about the new relationship.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, they're gross and coupley and whatever, but I don't hang out with them.
What's not to approve of? The romance was undeniable. And in November 2014, Joe and Sofía took a big step. They moved in together. Sofía, laughing on the Ellen DeGeneres show, confessing that Joe was at home, surrounded by boxes, trying to fit his mountain of books into their new place. And then came Christmas Eve 2014. Joe had a grand proposal planned on the Hawaiian beach, but pesky paparazzi almost spoiled the surprise. Quick on his feet, Joe switched gears and proposed in their suite, in Spanish, no less. With the sun setting, creating a picturesque backdrop, Joe got down on one knee and asked Sofía to be his forever. After Joe's grand proposal, their fairy tale wedding took place on November 21st, 2015, at the Breakers in Palm Beach. Under an extravagant floral arch, Sofía walked down the aisle in a breathtaking Zuhair Murad ball gown, while Joe looked every bit the dashing groom in a classic black tux. 400 guests, including Sofía's Modern Family co-stars, witnessed their vows. The celebration was nothing short of spectacular. After saying their vows, the newlyweds jetted off to the stunning Turks and Caicos for a dreamy honeymoon. They stayed at the luxurious Parrot Cay Resort, where they enjoyed every moment of their new life together. Lounging on the beautiful beaches and basking in the warm sun, Sofia and Joe savored their time in paradise, relishing the joy and tranquility of their newlywed bliss. Then, June 14, 2020, marked 6 years since their magical first meeting. Sofia celebrated with a heartfelt Instagram post, reflected on the day Joe found her. Even during quarantine, they made it special with a surprise dinner from her kids. In November 2020, they celebrated their 5th wedding anniversary by sharing beautiful photos from their unforgettable wedding, capturing the joy and magic of their union. But as we know, not all stories end the way we expect. On July 17, 2023, after 7 years together, Sofia and Joe announced they were getting a divorce. In a joint statement, they said, "We've made the tough decision to part ways. We still care deeply for each other and ask for privacy as we go through this new chapter in our lives." The news, reported by E! News, marked the end of a high-profile romance that had captivated fans around the world. But what really went wrong among these two stars? 6 months after the former couple filed for divorce, Sofia revealed that the crux of their split was their differing views on having children. "My marriage ended because my husband was younger and wanted kids," Sofia explained. "I didn't want to be an older mom. I don't think it's fair to the child. I respect those who choose that path, but it's not for me anymore." She explained that after having her son Manolo at 19, she felt ready for a different chapter. Grandmotherhood, not motherhood. However, Joe's perspective painted a different picture. In a new interview with Men's Journal, Joe Manganiello addressed the rumors about wanting kids, stating that when they got together, they actually tried to start a family. "There's been a lot said about me wanting a family," he clarified, adding that Sofia's comments were simply not true. He explained, "We did try for the first year and a half. Right from the start, we had a big talk. I told her, if you're done with kids, just let me know, and that's okay." But that wasn't the case with her. "I promised I wouldn't leave if it didn't work out, and I kept that promise." Joe emphasized that their split wasn't about kids. "We just grew apart, and sometimes that happens. To suggest I had a midlife crisis and gave her an ultimatum is completely false," he said. Despite their best efforts to reconcile their differences, the passion that once ignited their relationship had faded. On July 19, 2023, Joe filed for divorce, mentioned irreconcilable differences. It was clear that their paths were diverging, and both needed to move forward separately. As the divorce proceedings progressed, both Sofia and Joe maintained a respectful and dignified stance. They honored their marital agreement and divided their assets amicably. By April 5, 2024, their divorce was finalized, closing the chapter on their once fairy-tale romance. Though their marriage ended, Sofia and Joe each found their way to new happiness. Yet, amidst the sadness of their separation, Joe Manganiello found love again with actress Caitlin O'Connor. Their connection, filled with humor and mutual respect, brought a fresh wave of happiness into Joe's life. The two were often seen laughing together, enjoying each other's company, and building new memories. And Sofia, too, ventured into a new chapter. She was spotted with orthopedic surgeon Justin Salomon in October 2023, and their budding romance quickly became the talk of the town. Friends close to Sofia noted how happy and positive she seemed, full of energy and excitement for the future. Their story reminds us that love can be beautiful and transformative, even if it doesn't last forever. By January 2024, Sofia and Justin's relationship had fizzled out, but Sofia remained undeterred. She expressed her love for New York City and the endless possibilities it offered. With her vibrant personality and zest for life, Sofia continued to shine, exploring new opportunities and enjoying her freedom. Through it all, Sofia and Joe maintained their dignity and respect for one another. Their divorce was finalized amicably in April 2024, and both moved on without bitterness. They taught us that it's possible to end a relationship gracefully and with mutual respect. And that's a wrap for our video. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello's love story. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating celebrity stories. Stay tuned for more stories that touch the heart and inspire the soul. See you next time.